Then Jesus told his disciples, "If any wish to come after me, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For those who want to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit them if they gain the whole world but forfeit their life? Or what will they give in return for their life? For the Son of Man is to come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and then he will repay everyone for what has been done. Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom."
You know that moment when you're scrolling through social media and see someone's perfect life, the dream job, the luxury vacation, the flawless relationship, and you think, man, they've got it all figured out? I had one of those moments last week. A college friend posted about his promotion to CEO, complete with corner office photos and champagne celebrations. For a split second, I felt that familiar pang of envy, but then I remembered something my grandmother used to say. "Child, some people climb so high up the ladder, they forget to check if it's leaning against the right wall." Jesus drops this bombshell on his disciples right after Peter tries to talk him out of going to the cross. Picture this. Peter just declared Jesus as the Messiah, got praised for it, and now he's trying to be the voice of reason. Jesus, buddy, let's think about this whole suffering thing. Maybe there's another way, but Jesus isn't having it. He basically says, "Peter, you're thinking like everyone else, trying to avoid pain, seeking comfort, playing it safe." Then comes this radical invitation that turns everything upside down. "If you want to follow me, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me." Now, when Jesus talks about taking up your cross, he's not talking about wearing a nice piece of jewelry or hanging something pretty on your wall. In his time, carrying a cross meant one thing. You were walking to your execution. It was the ultimate symbol of surrender, of saying, "I'm done with my own agenda." But here's where it gets beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Jesus says if you try to save your life, if you spend all your energy protecting your comfort zone, your reputation, your bank account, you'll actually lose what matters most. It's like trying to hold water in your hands by squeezing tighter. The harder you grip, the more it slips away. I think about my friend Sarah, who left her six-figure marketing job to teach in an underprivileged school. Everyone thought she'd lost her mind. "You're throwing your life away," they said. But watching her now, 3 years later, I see someone who found her life. She lights up when she talks about her students. She's broke by society's standards but rich in purpose. The crazy thing is, Jesus isn't asking us to be miserable. He's asking us to stop chasing fool's gold. He asks that haunting question, what good is it if you gain the whole world but lose your soul? It's like spending your entire life climbing Mount Everest only to realize you left your oxygen tank at base camp. This isn't about becoming a doormat or hating yourself. It's about recognizing that our natural instinct to put ourselves first, to accumulate, to protect, to control, that instinct often leads us away from real life. Real life is found in love, in service, in connection, in purpose bigger than our own comfort. Jesus promises that this upside-down way of living leads to finding your true self, not the self that's constantly worried about what others think, not the self that's always comparing and competing, but the self that's free to love without keeping score, to give without calculating returns, to live without the exhausting burden of being your own God. The beautiful promise at the end is that this isn't just about some distant future. Jesus says some of his listeners would see his kingdom come to life. And we get to see it too, every time someone chooses love over fear, service over selfishness, truth over convenience, every time we let go of our death grip on control and trust that God's way might actually be better than our way. So here's the question that keeps me up at night. What cross am I avoiding? What comfortable lie am I protecting? What would it look like to actually trust that losing my life might be the way to find it? Because maybe, just maybe, the life we're so desperately trying to save isn't worth saving, and the life we're afraid to lose is the only one worth living.